All right, full unified rules, professional action for the rest of the night. Appreciate everybody joining us here early inside 2300 Arena for CFFC 140. Happy to have Andre Petroski back with me tonight. Good looking lineup of professional fights the rest of the night. This one could be fun. Nezzar Dimes.
You know, you got 3 or 4, maybe a bunch of guys honestly fighting tonight that realistically could be in the UFC by the end of the year.
Indeed. And you got G-Dog in here right now throwing hands.
G-Dog is ready.
Get out of here with that stuff. We're ready to throw down. Filipino doing work early. Nezzar Dimes, I should say, resets, moves back to range. Obviously, the taller man, if he can work from distance, he'd like to do that.
Especially this opposite stance setup here. That rear kick is going to be one of his greatest weapons.
Nezzar Dimes kind of dives from range there for the takedown. Does get inside on the second effort, but you can see Velasquez doing well, right?
Great defense. Way to get an underhook. Get an underhook in a frame.
Can't ask for more than that. That's how you draw it up, right? Push the head down, frame, back away. Great work there from Velasquez.
The first fight is always for head position.
Yeah, like you pointed that out a couple times already, those high head and the scrambles, head position, such an important detail. Grappling scrambles in the clinch on the floor.
And especially when you're that tall, 5'10" at 135. Ooh.
Nice left hand there. You got a good look at leaping knee as well. G-Dog came to scrap.
G-Dog is not playing around.
Throwing hands. Wow. Nice work early. Talked to Nezzar Dimes this fight week. He was excited for his debut, but he just found himself in a scrap.
Every time I say something, he unloads the machine gun. Jeez.
Dimes finally gets the takedown he was seeking. He uses that long frame that he has to step over the legs as well there, controlling the wrist. Long body, works on the feet, can work on the ground as well. So he's trying to take the back. Velasquez, meanwhile, worked to a knee, trying to roll out, unable to do so. Dimes going to spin over to the top, side control right now. Velasquez butterfly hooks there, makes a little bit of space for himself and crawls back to the feet. Nice work from Velasquez.
All action here.
Indeed. Oh, big right hand there from Velasquez, and we're just halfway into this opening round. For Nezzar Dimes, the first time he'd be looking at a 5-minute round in live competition. That could feel like an eternity of difference from 3 minutes.
Dimes needs to keep him at kicking range. The punching range is to Velasquez's advantage. And exactly, using that left kick is one way to do that.
Great work there. And then he went from the kick to the shot. Had Velasquez's attention up high with the hands. That allowed Dimes to get in on the takedown. Velasquez seated position against the cage. Looking to create space once again. Dante Rivera can be heard as always, shouting out instructions. Letting them know to stay on top right now, updating them on the time remaining.
Beautiful wrist control here from Dimes.
Nice work, he let it go there, but you're right, it was really limiting what Velasquez could do. We saw briefly that head position Dimes had as well. Forehead on the chin, great work. But look at Velasquez trying to throw the legs up. Looking for an arm bar of his own. Saw the nice work from Juan Gonzalez earlier.
That's an illegal strike right there.
Yep, gotta be careful with that. Then we got it right on top of it, allows action to continue.
That's G-Dog though, right there.
Hey man, rules don't mean nothing to G-Dog, you know?
G-Dog is ready.
You see Velasquez backs up to the fence.
How long his arms are.
Yeah.
Dimes' arms are so long he can wrap that left arm all the way around for that wrist control.
Incredible. Tools for him. Now Velasquez gets to a knee, but has to be very careful right now. He's exposing the back in an effort to get to the feet. Dimes happy to take it. Switches to the back. Yeah, look at those are decent left hands for throwing behind his head. He was generating a little bit of power on those.
Enough to get his attention.
Indeed. Dimes had to move. He's trying to keep the face hidden right now. Velasquez trying to spin in. Almost gets there, couldn't quite clear that right shoulder. Dimes stays on the back. Final 10 seconds of the opening round. One that has seen Dimes with a lot of back control here. But it was the striking of Velasquez early, and that's an interesting one for the judges to score, right? I mean, Dimes was on the back for quite a bit, but I didn't feel like he did a whole lot of damage with it. If anything, it was Velasquez that was throwing punches there.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to be a tough one to score. Luckily, that is not our job.
Indeed. Take a look at some of the action here in round one.
Sets up the shot with the left hand, but, you know, G-Dog knew it was coming. Oh, my gosh, beautiful right hand.
Nice work there. You take another look at it. The hands were on display for Velasquez.
The flying knee.
Oh.
About an inch higher. That would have done some damage.
Just missed it. Look at that. I love the way he just pushes off. Hand on the chin, just drives you away. Nice opening round there for Velasquez. You know, I would say on my card, I'd give that opening round to Velasquez, even with the control that Dimes had. He had back control, but I didn't see any real earnest submission attempts. It was more just control, and really Velasquez was on striking there, and he had the nice success on the feet early.
All right, round two.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, could go. You know, we'll see if it goes to the distance with how the judges had it. But right now, round two. Nezzar Dimes with the distance in all 6 of his amateur bouts. Those were 2- and 3-minute rounds. 5-minute rounds, an entirely different world.
So Dimes needs to stay all the way out or all the way in. Stay in that kicking range where Velasquez is too far away to land those punches, or all the way in for the grab.
Dimes able to just time his takedown again, slipped under the punches of Velasquez, and not a lot of force, but got the fight to the ground early this time. He struggled early in round 1, not here in round 2, and he's immediately on the back here already. To keep the chest tight to the back, Velasquez throwing those punches behind him again.
Dante Rivera in the corner there.
And when Dante is coaching, there will be some F-bombs, and he will be yelling instructions the entire time. He asked his fighter to go for the body triangle. Dimes has done that. Yep.
Which I think is a great advice.
Absolutely.
With legs like that, if you can get a body lock, you can secure position for extended periods of time.
The lanky frame from Dimes, he uses it to his advantage there. But Velasquez is taking a good look inside there, continuing to punch backwards.
He's punching. That means he can choke. Yeah, there it is. Start sensing it. Give me that choke.
But again,
Dante's corner advice is if he's punching, you can choke. Which I agree. If he's using one of his arms to punch you, that means you have 2 arms attacking one.
that's great advice, right? I mean, it's something to think about, right? What's the defense for the rear naked choke? 2-on-1. Well, if one hand is punching, you can't have 2-on-1. So now you, as the man on the back, are the one with 2 hands. So sometimes easier said than done when another man is punching you in the face. And
what I'd love to see Dimes do here is get on top, get that belly down position. Velasquez, when his belly's up, and now Dimes is carrying all the weight. He needs to make Velasquez carry all the weight.
yes.
Keep punching, give me punches, let's go.
Now, Dante Rivera asked for punches. It's interesting, I was listening to Dante because he's so right about the advice here. Essentially, Velasquez was defending 1-on-2, but it was working for him. Now Dimes is making the adjustment. He's looking for the choke, and now that's going to, A, force Velasquez to defend, and you would hope slow him down from punching. Past the halfway mark here of round number 2. And I mean, Velasquez, you can see he's done some damage with those punches.
It's a hard round to score.
I mean, you don't normally win rounds when somebody's on your back, but yeah, with 2 minutes to go, it's Velasquez who's doing the damage in here. Dante Rivera asking to squeeze the legs tight, put some pressure on that body.
He wants his fighter to go for the finish, and I don't disagree. Potentially, depending on how these judges score these rounds, he could be down 2-0.
I agree. Still a lot of time left here in round 2, but I completely agree. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, Andre. I don't know that I've seen many rounds in the thousands and tens of thousands of rounds that I've witnessed over my life where the man on the back has lost the round. But that I'm telling you, I mean, he's been on the back from almost the start of this round, and yet it's Velasquez who's winning the round.
But Dimes hasn't thrown any strikes, really. Hey, look, he's bleeding. Like, those are not light shots, and there's a lot of them.
You see, Dimes is grabbing his own wrist. He's not threatening against the neck right now. Now he is looking over his
He's
corner.
getting frustrated.
He is frustrated, absolutely. Velasquez, meanwhile, is
having a great time.
He's enjoying himself.
Reminds me of Volkanovski and Nezzar.
Oh man, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a sequence that was. Great to see Morgan fighting for the title again next month in Miami.
You know, he adjusted the lock here, and I would like to have seen him come up and take mount from there. And that would have been a much better position for Dimes than staying on the back.
There's 30 seconds to go in round number 2, and I'm telling you, this is one of the most unique rounds I ever remember seeing. Velasquez, in terms of positional control, has been absolutely dominant. Like, if this is a grappling match, he loses. But it's not. It's a mixed martial arts fight.
Normally, you tell a guy, you know, he's got to get out. He's got to fight off his back. He's got to get back to his feet. But in this case, it's like, oh, you're doing all right there.
That is unbelievable. I mean, with the damage that's being done here, like, I wouldn't score it that way.
Yeah, look at their faces.
You could say 10-8 there. I mean, I wouldn't, but you could say 10-8.
I'm not going to say it.
But you could, I mean, the damage, right? I mean, that's crazy. Look at that damage.
Yeah, no, he's caught up. He's losing a fight right now.
I mean, if you're in Velasquez's corner, do you go, hey, man, just let him take your back right away. Let him take your back. Take a look at some of the replays.
That's a little taboo, but...
Here was that early takedown from Dimes. You thought, okay, he's made the adjustment, and he got here and couldn't do anything with the position.
Yeah.
Take a look. I mean, Velasquez was doing damage. G-Dog
taking some hard shots here.
I mean, G-Dog looks like he goes to the gym and he turns his back to the heavy bag and just starts throwing behind him. You know
He's got to be working these strikes, man. G-Dog does not play.
All right, Nezzar Dimes has got to make it just. I talked to Nezzar this week. He was fired up for this.
I'm asking you a question. Are you okay to continue?
Oh, wow.
Who's he asking? All right.
He's asking Nezzar Dimes if he's okay. I'm telling you, that might have been a 10-8. Look at the damage there. Unbelievable. And Nezzar Dimes, like I said, I was talking to him this week. He was fired up for this opportunity. He was like, I'm going to show out. And you wonder if it was mental in there, like you said, but was in a great position, did nothing with it. All right, now, in a great position again here early in round 3. Clearly down 2 rounds to none, I would imagine. He's got to make something happen.
Yeah, you know, if I'm Nezzar Dimes, I'm going to be fighting for side control and mount. I don't want the back. The back was not to his favor that round.
Yeah, try something else. That was not working. See, Velasquez turns to his knee there. Right back in a position where we're in round 2. And, I mean, Velasquez has got to feel comfortable here. If you're Dimes, maybe you can take advantage of that. Maybe he gets a little careless in here because he was so comfortable in round 2.
Yeah.
And he's got Dante Rivera right behind him. Give him advice.
You gotta work.
Look at that. He's I think Velasquez is taunting him there. He's lifting his right arm and saying, pull your arm out. Pull your arm out. Wow. Frustrating night for Nezzar Dimes. And look at this. He's busting up. Smiles from G-Dog. Martin Velasquez.
The screen.
Look at the damage busted him up. I don't know that I've ever seen a fight play out like this.
Velasquez knows as long as Dimes' hands are locked, he can just continue to strike him. He's in no threat of the choke or strikes.
Velasquez spins inside, takes top position. I think he's going to look to finish this thing. Dimes is busted up and hurting. Velasquez slips to the back. He's a little bit high, but he's got, hey, credit to Dimes. He could have gave up there. He didn't. He turned his eye. Oh, there's the adjustment, and that's going to be it. My goodness, Mardin Velasquez.
G-Dog.
G-Dog gets it done.
G-Dog. Wow.
seen anybody do that much damage in that position. Great work from Mardin Velasquez, and wanted to go ahead and cap it off in style. Didn't wait for the end. I think he was well on his way to taking home a decision. Had that thing gone to the final bell, and G-Dog said, "Nah, let's go ahead and get the finish." And look at the smile. He doesn't look like he's been in a fight. Meanwhile, Nezzar, I know he was excited for his debut. He was very proud of the work he had put in leading into this, but a rough night for him in the office.
Oh, right to the nose, right to the eye. And look, you know, not a terrible amount of power there, but they accumulate.
And once he got to the back, he attacked the choke.
Beautiful.
And you can see he was in right away. Damn, you got it right on top of it. You can see the tap, rear naked choke finish from Mardin Velasquez.
I'm here. Let's go. Thank you.
My goodness.
Woo, thank you.
Great work from Velasquez. He can celebrate that.
Awesome job. Good job.
Respect
Good
to
job,
Dante
guys. Awesome
Rivera
job.
there.
I like that tattoo.
Nice one. Let's go,
That's nice.
bro. Let's go.
Look at the scratch on.
He's got to have the
Dude, I'm
dog.
proud of you.
Hey, coach, don't forget his number.
G-Dog.
He's G-Dog.
All right, man, let's get you in the middle.
See Nezzar busted up there and frustrated, as I said, was super excited for this moment. I think he'll have to go back and find out if it's maybe mental or what happened there, but comes up short tonight. Frustrating effort for him in the office. Let's take it up to Dr. David Sarnoff. Make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was stopped at 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the third round. Winner by tap out by way of the rear naked choke. Out of the blue corner, Mardin G-Dog Velasquez.
Impressive performance there from Mardin Velasquez. He's got some love for Nezzar there. Who, I mean, look, he learned a valuable lesson, and that really is just a valuable lesson for anybody in that position, because you said what Dante Rivera said is true. Is like, look, if he's punching, you need to be attacking him at that point, because he's not defending 2-on-1, and for whatever reason, Nezzar just couldn't let go of that body lock. I don't know if he panicked or what was going. Maybe he was rocked. I don't know, but he just needed to let go of that grip and attack the neck.
I think it's a little bit of inexperience. You know, it's your pro debut, and you lack a little bit of that awareness of knowing, like, okay, if the guy's punching me, he's not defending the choke. And but he can go back. You know, he can go back to the drawing board, watch the tape, make those adjustments, and come back.